Good evening. Let's continue. So, it is a condensed and compact set of authentic specimen, which, if adequate and proper, should contain a true correction of the material from known source. Okay. Again, a condensed and compact set of authentic specimen, which, if adequate and proper, should contain a true correction of the material from known source. Okay. Material from known source. So is it A, standard document? Is it B, public document? Or letter C, official document? What do you think is the answer? Correct answer is letter A. It's a standard document. What is a standard document? It is a condensed and compact set of authentic specimen which, if adequate and proper, should contain a true correction of the material from known source. Okay, material from known source. Okay, it's a specimen document in which origin is known. A specimen document in which the origin is known, can be proven, and can legally be used as sample to compare with other things in question. Okay, again, what are the elements of a standard document? Its origin is known. Okay, you know where it came from. Can either be collected standards or requested standards. Okay, and it can be proven. Why can it be proven? Because you know its origin. Okay. Next, it can legally be used as a sample. It can be legally used in court as a sample. Why? Because you know its origin and you can prove where it came from. Okay, so therefore it is admissible in court. Okay, because you know that it is authentic, that it came from a particular person, that collected standard or a requested standard came from a particular person. Therefore, it's legally, okay, legally admissible, okay, as a sample to compare with other things in question, like a question document or a disputed document in court. Next, what is a public document as distinguished from official document? So, from the word itself, public, it is open to the public. It is open to all. And we should know that public document becomes part of public records. It embodies the official act of a public officer. On what way? Through a marriage contract. Okay, it's the official act of a public officer, or it can be a notarized document by a notary public. Okay, just like a deed of sale that is notarized by a notary public, it's a public document, as held in the case of Cacneo versus Baines, 5 Philippines 742. Okay, but you should remember this, that not all lawyers are notary public, but all notary public are lawyers. Why? Because if you pass the bar exams and you become a lawyer, you're not automatically given the right to notarize documents. Okay, you should apply first in court. Okay, you should file for commissioning to the executive judge of the RTC in the court or in the RTC court that you want to practice. For example, if you want to practice here in Dumaguete City, then you file in the RTC there in the Hall of Justice. File there that you want to be a notary public. If you file for a commissioning, you need to be commissioned if you want to be a notary public. And but not all lawyers, or but all notary public are lawyers. Why is that? Because one of the requirements for a person to be a notary public is that he should be a lawyer. That's one of the requirements. You should be a member of the Philippine Bar. Okay. So public document, examples, notarized document like a deed of sale notarized by a lawyer who has the authority or have the authority to notarize documents, or a marriage contract. Okay. And what is official document? They are public documents also. They are public documents that are produced by virtue of office of a public officer. They are public documents that are produced by virtue of office of a public officer. It's from the word official, it's authenticated, it's verified. How? Okay. What are examples of official document? We have NBI clearance. Okay, it is issued by the National Bureau of Investigation. They are public documents that are produced by virtue of office. Okay, the NBI have the authority to issue an NBI clearance by virtue of their office. Even a police clearance, the police officer, the police station have authority, okay, to issue a police clearance. And you should remember that all official documents are public documents. Okay, that's why the definition official document, they are public documents that are produced by virtue of office. Okay. Again, all official documents are public documents, but not all public documents are official documents. Why is that? Why is official documents public documents? Why? Because they are also part of public records. The only difference is that in an official document, it's personal. For example, your NBI clearance. Ikaw, GPD, makakuha og NBI clearance, not any other person. Dili sila maka-request og NBI clearance on your behalf or dili sila makapangayo sa imong NBI clearance. It's a violation of your rights. Even your police clearance also. Okay? And next, but not all public documents are official documents. Why is that? One good example is that in a public document, katong mga notarized documents, okay? Once notarized documents, it automatically becomes a public document. It can never be an official document. Why? Because they are not produced by virtue of office of a public officer. They are notarized by a lawyer who is a notary public. Okay. Therefore, again, all official documents are public documents, but not all public documents are official documents. Next question. What are the elements of a standard document? I enumerated this a while ago. So its origin is known, it can be proven, and it can legally be used as sample to compare with other things that is questioned. What do you think is the answer? Of course, all of the above. These are the elements of a standard document. You should remember this. This is very important. Again, origin is known. You know where it came from. It can be proven. Why? Because you know where it came from. You can prove as to from whom you get from whom you got the standard document, and can be legally be used as a sample to compare with other things in question. Because of course, origin is known, and you can prove it. Therefore, it's admissible in court. The document or the standard document or all this exemplar is a standard document. It can legally be used as a sample to compare with other things that is questioned. Therefore, the answer is all of the above. Next, it is a standard specimen signature. Specimen executed in the course of a man's activity, or that which are executed on the day-to-day writing activity. A standard specimen executed in the course of man's activity, or that which are executed on the day-to-day writing activity. What do you think is the answer? Is it a contemporary standard, a requested standard, or a collected standard? I think I discussed this in the part 1 of my recorded video lecture series. So do you think is the answer? Of course, it is collected standard. Why? You should remember that a contemporary standard, from the word contemporary, it's latest. It's having approximately the same age as one another. Two documents having approximately having approximately the same age as one another. That's contemporary. It's latest. However, what's the difference between requested and collected standard? Of course, a requested standard, or should we say dictated standard, is a standard document which are executed upon request. Okay, executed upon request. Okay, keyword requested. So upon request, they are requested standards are executed upon request. Okay, they are prepared at one time. Okay, when? Upon request. Next, collected standard. What is a collected standard? Okay, it's again, it's a standard specimen executed in the course of man's activity or that which are executed on the day-to-day writing activity. For example, a person's diary. A person's diary is executed on the day-to-day writing activity of a person because maybe he writes in his diary every day the things that he encountered during the day. And logbook. For example, musulod siya sa eskwelahan, mag-logbook or musulod siya silang office, na logbook dito sa security guard. Ito, every day. Time in, time out. Okay? That's a collected standard. They are executed in the course of man's activity or that which are executed on the day-to-day writing activity of such individual. Okay? Now, this is a contemporary handwriting standards means that the age of the standards should be within contemporary handwriting standards means that the age of the handwriting standards should be within letter A, 5 years prior to the date of the question document, or 30 years from the date of the question document. What do you think is the correct answer? Correct answer is 5 years prior to the date of the question document. You should remember this, a board exam question. Contemporary handwriting standards means that the age of the standards should be within 5 years. Okay? Within 5 years. From 1 day to 5 years only. That's your contemporary standards. However, if it's 30 years, now this refers to ancient document. It's a document that have been kept in place for 30 years. So ancient document versus contemporary handwriting standards. Contemporary, it's latest. Okay? And its age is 5 years, within 5 years. And for ancient document, it's 30 years. Okay? 30 years or more. Okay? Next, specimens of handwriting or of typescript which are of known origin. What do you think is the answer? Specimens of handwriting or of typescript which are of known origin. Is it exemplars or samples? What do you think is the answer? You analyze. Specimens of handwriting or of typescript which are of known origin. Remember, known origin. So the correct answer is exemplars. Okay. So exemplars, guys, or class, is a legal term. Okay. They are samples that are admissible. Samples that are admissible in court. Okay, they are legally admissible authentic samples of handwriting used for comparison. They are used for comparison of question handwriting in court. Okay, and you should take note that exemplars are also referred to as known handwriting samples or standards. Known handwriting samples or standards. Okay, and why is it not samples? Although exemplar is also known as a sample. Why? Why is it not sample? Because sample is general term. It's a general term. It's vague. Okay. It could be any sample, like a blood sample. not a standard document. However, an exemplar is a legal term for admissible authentic samples of handwriting, okay, that is used for comparison with questioned writing in court. Okay, so exemplars versus samples, which is a general term. Okay, so thank you everyone for listening. Have a good night.